So tell us, Woody, and about this corner we're sitting in here.
Well, so the founder of our organization, Dr. Roger Payne, discovered with his wife Katie Payne and Scott McVeigh and Frank Watlington, he discovered in the late 60s that whales sing songs. And in many ways, that not only fueled the Save the Whale movement, but I think it almost fueled other wildlife conservation movements when people said, wait a minute, whales are singer poets? What about elephants? What about, rhinos? What about these things? So it's very exciting. And Roger definitely understood the value of sort of capturing hearts and minds, telling the stories. I mean, I had to say, one of his lines was, if we can't save the whale, what can we save? But what's cool here behind you, there are voices of whales going back to the 1950s.
Oh my God.
Now the good news is a lot of this stuff has now been digitized, but we still keep the tapes up here. And we lost Roger a couple of years ago, but he was passionate, up to the end on one level, our slogan is basically healthy whales, healthy oceans, healthy humans. It's in our own self-interest. This is what you and I don't understand. I don't care if you don't like whales, but humanity needs healthy oceans. And a problem is, the oceans are downhill from everything and gravity never sleeps. So the sort of detritus from our lifestyle sort of inexorably makes its way into our oceans. Our oceans are becoming humanity's toilet.
Well, just the ecosystem they create, their own up and down through the different depths of the ocean, bringing up the nutrients back and forth, and then their own excrement is huge.
Well, I mean, you're a man after my own heart. You call it excrement, I'll call it poop. But the reality is, I actually think commercial fisheries, one of the reasons commercial fisheries failed in this region was because we killed millions of whales. And those whales were pooping, and that pooping, works the phytoplankton. It fertilizes the phytoplankton, the zooplankton. I mean, if you removed millions of tons of fertilizer from the US agricultural system, it would collapse. So here's like a basic thing, a basic lesson. We killed the whales and thought it didn't change anything. I haven't heard this said, but I really believe by removing millions of tons of fertilizer from our oceans, that caused some of the precipitous collapses. We did do overfishing in certain cases and whatever, but the reality is, with all of these things, it's never black and white. It's always a more complicated picture.
But it's all about collaborating with all these other schools and all these other entities. And NOAA, I think I told you, I was so excited when we had that meeting with Zach Cliver with the NOAA people. I mean, look, I don't want to waste my time. Look, NOAA, we've got an asset, which is a ship. I'd like to offer to you and all the entities going out that have a need for these platforms. And they were so on board, and that's why we're sitting here today.
Well, again, our joke is we're Ocean Alliance, not Ocean Alone. If you're studying a giraffe on the Serengeti and your Land Rover gets a puncture, it doesn't disappear beneath the Serengeti and you're all like swimming home. So the reality is even though our oceans cover 2/3 of the planet, there's still a lot to be learned, and we need platforms like the Lana Rose to do it. I mean, a lot of people will say woefully, oh, we don't know that much about the oceans. That's great. Let's get out there and learn. It's a great opportunity. I have great admiration for many traditional scientists out there that are really doing the meat and potatoes of the work. But I think we need groups like Ocean Alliance, we need groups like Mission Resolve, who are willing to take a risk, explore, and maybe think outside the box. Because I really think we aren't going to save the wild world with traditional tools alone. We need that extra sort of kick, whether it be the media from the Lana Resolve or the drones or whatever. You know what I mean? It's just an exciting opportunity.
Well, and there's not a lot of time left.
Well, again, we can't make it happen unless we can work with people like you. So we're just going to have to quit talking and get to work.
Thanks, Ian.